And now I will introduce Chris James of Steel Media and Hamzeh Iseed from Zain, who are discussing Zain's vision for the esports market. So please welcome them now.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here. I know we're up against people in the other room, which is they brought all their staff. It's not a battle. It doesn't matter. So I'm Chris James. I'm the CEO of Steel Media. You might have seen me on stage yesterday. Thank you, first of all, for coming to the show and supporting us. We really appreciate it. I don't need to introduce who Zain are. I'm sure many of you have them in your phones. You're very familiar with the company. But I have been visiting myself. I've been visiting Jordan for many years, and I'm aware that Zain was the first major telco in the Middle East.
Yep. Founded
Back in 1983. See, a bit of research there.
Yeah.
And it has multiple subsidiaries. But I've known from being in this region that you're very involved and supportive of both the gaming space and obviously the esports space.
Exactly.
So we're going to talk about that, what you're doing in esports. But first of all, I'd like you to introduce yourself. What do you do for Zain?
Well, basically, first of all, thank you for having me here today at the PGC, representing Zain and Zain Esports. Zain has always been the leading telecommunication company to support and to have the social responsibility in Jordan exactly. Before I talk about Zain and start talking about Zain Esports, the department where I work in, I'm going to ask the guys to play a quick video to show some of our achievements toward the gaming industry and the esports precisely. Can we guys play the video for Zain Esports? Yeah, can we play the video?
Two things at once.
Yeah. No, they got it. Guys, pay attention. Basically, this is some of our achievements since we launched Zain Esports back in 2020.
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
I hope that's not answering all my questions. It's going to be very short.
No.
So tell me why esports? Why is Zain getting involved in esports? I know you've been doing this, as we've seen, for a few years, but what was it that first got you involved, and what is the ultimate reason?
Well, again, because we always try to support the, or let's say, the social responsibility for Zain to follow and support the youth. And we always try to follow the trend and what's new. So we noticed that the esports segment and the gaming industry is getting really popular. So we had to be there. We had to understand the needs of this segment, these youth, because at the end we are a service provider and we have to be there in this industry.
Yeah, so it's connection with the youth. It's being part of the society, wider society, I guess. Obviously, Zain are mobile. I mean, globally, esports, certainly in Western markets, is more PC dominated. In Asia, it's more mobile dominated. That's partly because the dominant technologies in each space. What would you say is the state of play in Jordan and the kind of wider MENA region, as far as you know, in terms of people playing esports on mobile or on PC?
Well, actually both, but I'm going to say the majority of the Jordanian gamers plays mobile gamers, because not everybody can afford buying a PC, a gaming PC or a console. But when it comes to the let's say share, the market share of the gaming industry, the development and the spending on gaming PC is much higher. It is the biggest of them all. But I'm gonna say in Jordan mainly mobile gamers.
Right.
But they are shifting step by step. If they want to be professional players, they have to buy a gaming PC.
So more of the professional stuff is still PC console based.
Yeah.
But because I mean in Asia, as I say, a lot of the tournaments are mobile based experiences, mobile games, especially in Southeast Asia. It's a huge, just because the PC is not fully through there. And talking about particular types of games, are there sort of specific games that are really popular? I saw kind of FIFA popping up on here.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the that football tournament coming up shortly, just up the road. So,
PUBG as well.
Yeah, exactly. What are the games that are most popular? Is it the same as everywhere else? Is it like, is it Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Rocket League, or is there anything kind of more regional, local?
I would have to say in Jordan mainly, maybe the guys will agree, PUBG Mobile is the most, is the highest demand, because based on the studies we do in Zain Esports, we noticed that the viewership of PUBG Mobile, for example, is higher of them all. Then comes FIFA, then Warzone, etc. Yeah. But we keep focusing on, let's say, PUBG, because at the end, as I said, the more viewership is on PUBG Mobile and PUBG PC. So we try to keep it fair towards the other game category like FIFA, Warzone, but the most is PUBG.
Okay, we can do a straw poll here. How many people here play PUBG? FIFA?
PUBG.
I'd say you've got a FIFA audience has been underrepresented there. There's another man at the back. He's just voting for anything. That's a delay. That's fair enough.
So basically, both of them, PUBG, then comes FIFA. So we always try to keep it fair.
Does anybody here play? Does anybody here kind of compete at any level in esports? Is there any esports people? Oh, hang on. Fantastic.
We have to talk to you after this.
Do you play for like? It's not only for money, but do you play in competitions with prizes and stuff? That's all right. Competing is fascinating.
Follow us on Zain Esports.
There's an official sponsorship apparently out. We're talking about outside.
Yeah, it's a free of charge. You can just participate.
So tell me a little bit. I saw the GeForce Now kind of popped up a couple of times there. I should have paid more attention to the video. But can you tell me more about that initiative and the tournaments you're running there?
Basically, starting this year, we launched the GeForce Now with NVIDIA and. It's a service from Zain where it allows you to play the most wanted games you want without having to buy a gaming PC.
Yeah.
With a minimum amount if you have a fiber from Zain. So it's a service we launched that allows people to play these games. Without having to buy the gaming PC.
So it's like a streaming service.
Yeah, it's a cloud service. Yeah.
Okay, and that just it's not on here. It's on my earlier question, but I didn't. But like, obviously, things like technologies like 5G are, really impactful. Is that a big part of enabling services like that? Does 5G kind of come into?
I'm sorry.
5G? Do you have 5G?
5G. We are working on the 5G.
I don't know whether 5G is big here. But yeah.
Yeah, we started. We signed.
We've got 6G in the UK. We've skipped past 5G. That's fine. Okay, so the esports market. A lot of people talk about esports here. Whenever they talk about the region, it's the Saudis are investing in this big esports company or this big esports tournaments. It's a hot topic in the space, sort of generally. So, how do you see esports developing from what you see and what you interact with in Jordan or the wider region in the next couple of years? What sort of thing can we look forward to? Do you see, for instance, I think there's some talk about esports being involved in the Olympics at one point. I don't know if it actually happened or it kind of sidelined. Do you see esports becoming more of a regular viewed sporting thing? So we're watching football, we're watching tennis, we're watching esports. Is that happening?
It's already happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like back in 2013 there was a tournament for WCG and it was Warcraft 3, I guess. The physical attendees of these finals reached more than the FIFA World Cup in 2014.
Wow.
The physical attendees, yeah. So I'm gonna say from back then, it started to compete the regular sports. It's not gonna vanish regular sports. At the end, everybody likes sports, but it's beginning to compete. And even though it's already surpassed the video movie making industry back in 2011.
Well, esports, in terms of views?
Esports in terms in industry in general.
In revenue?
Yeah.
Wise. Okay.
It surpassed the movie making in the
2012. I'm getting more interested. That's good. So we talked about people playing. This is my interactive format. How many people watch esports here? Hands up if you watch. Okay.
Live streams. Do you guys watch live streams?
Yeah. And how many would watch it live? How many would go to a place to watch live or have done? That's pretty good. I actually was at the the Dota 2 World Championship final in Singapore 2 weeks ago. Totally confused me. It was it was incredible. It was absolutely rammed. People were screaming. There were people outside begging for tickets. It was.
This is the new entertainment for this generation.
Yeah.
So it's not like before. It's not like just playing games.
Yeah.
It's getting more and more. It's a career for some of.
I know it's
players.
a short career though, right? This is off topic a bit, but what's the average age of sort of aging out of esports is like 27 or something. I think because your Twitch was. I think I'm too old now, basically.
Yeah.
I don't have the reactions. I think you kind of as an esports athlete, you get to a point where you're just not fast enough anymore, right?
It's
I'm not expecting you to be an expert at that, but
no. It starts with kids.
Yeah.
You know, like. Anyone can become a professional esports player if he have the determination to.
Some of you here still have a chance of this. It's too late for me, but some of you still have a. So, are there any big esports sort of global champions out of the region? Do we know? I mean, you guys might know. Is other kind of sort of people that have competed in the worlds? I don't.
There is a global tournament, as I said.
But are there Jordanian teams that are competing in that?
There is, yeah, sure, and we have a couple of them. And what we hope in the future is to have our own representative team for Jordan. Okay. We have individuals that participate in the global tournaments. Like we have one guy from Tariq Dawood, his name. He already won a Dota with around $6 million.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. This is yes. I mean, I know it's interesting, but it's more.
Yeah, but we hope to have our own.
And I get. Do you in terms of the games themselves? We've talked about PUBG. I know that Crafton were over here and engaged in the Middle East. Talked about FIFA. Do you think there'll be other games coming out? Will we be playing games from like Tamatem or Babel or Jaywalk or one of our homegrown Jordanian? Do you think any of those guys local games could become esports?
The Jordanian local games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they should. They should. Yeah, like there's many developers here, like Tamatem, Jawaker. Yeah. They are already doing a great job. So we hope to see global championships for them. Okay.
What about the wider kind of social and governmental sort of engagement? I know the Jordanian government. I mean, obviously we're here in part with the kind of King Abdullah Fund has done so much work for the games industry and to help us come here. Is there a lot of support for esports from a government level? Is that something that's engaged, or from the funds like
there is a support. It's beginning to become a respected segment. It's like, as I said, it's not like doing games anymore.
Yeah.
You can have a career out of gaming. Either you go to become a caster, analyst, or a streamer, or a professional player. You can have as many career as you want as development. It's not like before. Even though the parents, like for example, encourage their children to become and enter this segment.
Yeah, I mean that's really interesting. I mean, I was coming here 5 or 6 years ago when I first came, and there was a sense then that people were happy, their parents were maybe happy for people to do stuff in the games industry, to a certain level, and then it was go to university and be a lawyer or a doctor or something. Whereas now,
no.
I think that's changing, and people can see this as a proper industry, and esports the same, right?
Exactly. Like for example, in our tournaments, we see the parents come with their children to play games, to participate.
There could be a family invitational. Yeah. I've got a 12-year-old. If I could go with him, and I could be like the embarrassing dad, desperately trying. I'm okay. I can play PUBG. I'm not brilliant, but I can play.
No, but that's good.
We'll see afterwards. Okay, one-on-one PUBG. Zain are sponsoring. Big prize money. Can you beat me? Yes. Almost everybody in this room can. I've got a couple more questions, but does anybody have a question for Zain or for Zain Esports they'd like to ask? Yes, there's a couple here. Have we got a mic? Fantastic. Start with the chap over here. The esports champion first. He's the.
He didn't.
The next world champion. No pressure.
Hello, everyone. I'm asking if you guys having like a training booth or helping players to get in a pro level.
Yeah. We already did boot camps for those who wants to join this gaming field. And if you follow our page on social media, you can find out that there's many events. Not just tournaments, we already do training session. If you wanna, because we already have 2 centers here in Jordan, you can come to practice. If you don't have the equipment you need to broadcast, you can come to Zain Esports.
Okay. I mean, you have coaches to train.
We have coaches, yeah. We have professionals
and you are building teams.
We are talent hunting for teams. Okay. We already, again, from 2020, we have made more than 30 tournaments in many categories, and we already listed down the most professional players here in Jordan. So this is our aim. This is what we want to do. We want to have our own team that represent Jordan, but with a fund from Zain.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
That's a big commitment. There's one more question at the front here. Sorry, mate. I know it's a bit hard with the setup here to move about. Thank you. Thank you very much. A bit of fitness training. It's good. See.
First of all, thank you for everything that you said and talked about. I want to ask about sim racing. Do you have anything for it? Like, do you have like the?
I'm sorry. What is it?
Sim racing, like simulation racing. Yeah,
simulations.
Yeah.
We did not.
I mean, not to the point of like a full simulation, like Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo, anything like that.
At the moment, no. We did not went in this field, but we were focusing only on the PC games and mobile games.
All right, no problem.
And players.
No,
but hopefully in the future, maybe.
Let them get the team first. Is there any more questions out there? Oh, one more. Sorry, this end. It's a longer walk.
First of all, thank you. I just want to ask, what's the average prize pool for the tournaments you do at Zain?
It's different. Like for example, PUBG. The first place for PUBG players like 1,000 JD. So it's a good amount. Yeah, because we do a lot of tournaments, so we can't have a big prize pool like global tournaments. But basically, this is the minimum.
Thank you.
It's all right. That's not bad. That's probably about £10,000 by the way. The exchange rate at the moment.
Yeah, but 1,000 for the first player. But if you combine them, the all prize pool, it's like 10,000 JD.
Yeah, that's decent. Yeah. Okay. I've got time for one more question. I can go myself. Oh, there's one more question there. That's the last one, and I'll close it.
Hello. Thank you.
You've got a round of applause for your question. Yeah. That's amazing.
That is it for.
Is there any chance to cooperate with like PUBG or Call of Duty for the tournaments they initiate?
We already,
tournaments. Since Jordan doesn't participate in global tournament.
Not yet, but not yet. When it comes to running PUBG tournaments, we already send them and inform them with the tournaments we do, because at the end we cannot use any of their logos like Tencent or. For example, PUBG Mobile, we cannot use the logos if it's not approved by Tencent. So yes, we inform them with every tournament we do.
Okay,
thank you.
You're welcome. Cool. All right. Well, one final question. What's next then? What's the next thing? You've already given a bit of an insight that you're building teams. You're looking to kind of push us on. What's your next big thing you're working on or hoping for?
I would say hosting a global tournament here in Jordan because there's a lack of having tournaments here in Jordan. We started, as I said, back in 2020, and for sure to have our own team.
Yeah.
From each game category, FIFA, PUBG, etc.
So next time I come, next year we're here.
I hope that we have a
big global tournament next door, and you'll be with your own team.
It's a baby steps.
We'll look forward to inviting you back and having the team come and talk about it. But it's impressive. Like I say, I've been impressed by the support you've given the games industry generally and the esports space. I've learned a lot myself, so I hope it's kind of useful. Just a quick insight. It's only 20 minutes, but you've got insight into what's going. Some people have learned some things. Maybe there's a new job there. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.